Hey guys, MJK here, back with another character spotlight video using the Gumi sponsored account. Again, this is not my personal account, this is kind of like a loaner, so I can show you guys some character spotlights for level 85 characters that I don't have. So, of course, we're going to be talking about the new units on the new banner, ZAIN and YAURAS. And while I'm not able to max out the equipment quite yet, I mean, I did ask if I can do that in the future. This is what the stats look like when the other jobs are maxed out and when you're level 85. So very solid stats for ZAIN. This is the setup that I'm going to be running for the video. We want to see the new abilities, of course. Basic Sunblade. Oath of Determination is a nice reactive ability that raises his physical attack and magic attack by 25%. When he's attacked, so that's a nice buff there. He has a few ways of buffing himself actually, so there's one of them. Holy Blade of the White Knight, that's a 20 slash attack boost, and defensively Divine Shelter is going to be his best bet over Guardian. So that's what he looks like there. He does have 4 move and 2 jump, which is nice. YAURAS is going to have this setup for this video, although in real life I'd probably want to use basic combat for like charge up. If you don't have charge up on this character right now, as she is, she actually doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but once you do charge up and you have her master ability from the gear and everything, this account has no gear by the way, she is able to dish out some good damage. But for now she's going to be very straightforward and just solid, but not like super OP with this setup. For beautiful blossoms, somebody pointed out in the comments the other day that they thought it was beautiful bosoms, which I guess kind of could be an honest mistake here, but this is like a nice preemptive strike, kind of like in the vein of Gilgamesh, where she can attack before the other attacker even gets to move or gets to attack. So that's pretty nice. Maybe in real life I'd use Perfect Evasion for just that extra bit of evasion to help her survive. Like Flowing Water is her best passive. This is a move +1 plus evasion, just like Rider Yomi, and then we have Feint for extra evasion as well. So obviously very heavy evasion based character. So let's go into a match here, and I've tried a few different levels actually, but I think that just the most basic ones are probably going to be the best because you don't run into any surprises, no status ailments and those kinds of things. Unfortunately, neither one of their leader skills kind of synergizes with each other, so we'll run YAURAS with her leader skill. Keep in mind that that's going to buff her own attack, and ZAIN, who has the same leader skill for light units, is not going to be buffed by it, but he has better damage anyway, so he doesn't need it as much. Alright, so obviously with her high agility she's going to move first. She's mostly melee, I would say, but she does have a couple of ranged options, and she's actually very similar to like Bolt in that regard. So Shiny Bubbles is a 3 range, 3 hit attack, single target. Yeah, it's not as good as like Blade Storm because it has less range, but you know, it's kind of the same kind of idea here. So think of her as a slightly less offensive, actually I would have to say less offensive, not the slightly. She's a less offensive Bolt for now because she has more evasion and she can survive better, but she has a lot less damage as well. Alright, so for him, he has a couple of close range stuff, like Divine Blade is close range, which is a nice attack to start with because it buffs his own attack again. And then he has Holy Jail, which is another melee attack that has a chance to petrify. So, you know, with his abilities, you don't really need to worry about running him as a magic swordsman. Like if you want to use Stone Sword or something like that, he has it all in here. He has Holy Jail, he has good elemental coverage. He's only missing one element. Well, I guess if you count Dark, he's missing Dark as well, but he's missing Water. Other than that, he has the other elements in his kit, so he's very versatile there. Let's go ahead and use Lightning Bolt, which is a single target magic attack. And his magic stats are pretty good. It was like 360 something, so he is going to be able to dish out good damage, even with magic. Alright, so with her, just regular attack here, get some jewels. Obviously we're going to have to run a few rounds of this because they're going to run out of enemies to hit. Oops. But yeah, ZAIN is super solid. He's like a little bit better version of Zeke, who I also really like, because he has that extra versatility. He also has a really nice AoE, which I should probably showcase now before it's too late. Oh, he doesn't have the jewels right now. Okay, so we're going to do that next round. I already showed lightning bolts. Let's go ahead and, well, I won't use them, but I'll talk about these. So Guardian of the Land gives himself like maybe 200 HP, which is pretty nice. It lasts for 5 turns, so if you follow this up with like some kind of cure, he could be like at close to 900 HP, which is nice. Knight of Avalon, this is a nice support ability, but it's kind of limited in scope, so like they have to be standing in a cross shape around you. It's not even like a merchant heal where it's like, you know, all 8 squares around you. It's only like 4 squares, so the heal is pretty decent though, 291. But for now we're just gonna farm some jewels because we don't need to necessarily see that in action here. It doesn't have any like super special animations or anything. Alright, so we showed shiny bubbles. Let's show her. So like I said, she's kind of like a bolt. This would be like her retribution blade type of ability, but it does have daze attached to it as well, which is nice. Although she's not able to hit both of them for some reason, and maybe it's because of the height difference. So let's just hit Chloe here. Yeah, so it's a pretty good attack, and daze is obviously very useful. I prefer daze over bind, because with bind it can, you know, still hit you if they have any kind of ranged attacks. I'm actually not going to attack with her anymore for this round, because I like to have ZAIN have a couple of hits here. Alright, so let's go ahead and use, let's do Supernova. So this is a really nice high multiplier attack. It's like 140%. I like these 6 rectangle squares in front of them. Nice AoE option here. So, you know, I've been saying it a lot already, but he has good versatility, both with regard to elements, scope, and range. So he has a lot of options. Actually, let's just get out here. Neither of them has jewels, I think, for follow-up attack. Alright, so let's get back in. Yeah, if I had to rate them like tier-wise, I would say ZAIN is SS tier. He's very solid. Probably the strongest light unit we have right now because he has both the elite leader skill and he's very, very solid on his own. Dishes out good damage, very pretty tanky as well, so he has no weaknesses. As for YAURAS, I would say that for now she's probably more like S tier. Definitely not on the level of Rider Yomi yet. Because even though they're similar in some ways, Rider Yomi has definitely better offensive capabilities, like 5 range leap toss, Blood Temple, which is like my favorite. So yeah, YAURAS is not quite on that level yet. Alright, so Shining Flare. This is his really nice AoE ability. Kind of like a Gate of Babylon, but this one's fire. So yeah, 5x5. Maybe I'm standing in the wrong place here. I should move over. Try to hit it over here. No, not Supernova. Shining Flare. Yeah, there we go. So 5x5 diamond. I love these kinds of abilities. Obviously, it's instant, so very, very useful. Anybody who has used Magnus or Bombshell or a Gilgamesh or whatever knows how useful that can be. Yeah, so not really much to say there. What else can we use? I think I need to show Twin Blossom Flurry, I guess. So let's do that. Let's get some jewels. Alright. I think once I show that ability, we should be good for this round. As far as ZAIN goes, Divine Blade, like I said, is a nice self-buffing melee attack. But you know, it's melee, you already know what that looks like. I do need to show Grand Blast, because that's another nice ability in his elemental kit. Water Blade Lord, this is a melee charm. Don't really need to show that. What we will show is, so Twin Blossom Flurry, this is her best single target attack. From the front, it does 924, From the side it does 928, and from the back it does 936. So not a huge difference. I'm actually surprised at how little difference there was there, but it is a little bit stronger depending on where you're positioned. So just keep that in mind if you need that extra little oomph. We'll do one last round because there's no more jewels and one more enemy. So I just want to show ZAIN's wind attack and then we'll be done. So yeah, the only element that he doesn't have, like I said, is water and dark. So no need really to bring like magic swordsman abilities since he has petrify as well. Just a very versatile character. Grand Blast, this is the 8 squares around him, 3x3 square. So it looks like this. We'll just go ahead and show it because we don't need to get all surrounded. You get the idea. If there were 8 enemies standing in all these 8 squares, they would all get hit. But let's just see what it looks like. Yep, there we go. So yeah, ZAIN is very good. YAURAS is solid, but you know, she has a lot of improvements coming in the future that's going to make her more OP. But for now, she's just very solid. And both of them have great leader skills. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and let me know if I missed anything or got something a little bit off. Maybe there was something I didn't consider, but anyway, see you guys next time, and hope you enjoyed. Peace.